So it's been a ride, and it is about to get real. I'm the global runner, and this year I turned 50, and I decided that I wanted to see if I could get under 2.5 hours in the marathon to prove that age was just a number. In February, I had a disappointing start where I did a 2:48 in the Phoenix Marathon. I then followed it up with an encouraging 2:38 in Carmel, and now I'm about to embark on the Montreal Marathon on September the 22nd, and I am aiming for under 2:30. We've now entered the peaking phase of training, and in this episode I'm going to go through my thoughts, my training over the last few weeks, my philosophy during the peak training phase, and also whether or not I think I'm in shape to get under 2.5 hours in the marathon in 3.5 weeks' time. Let's get into it. So we have entered a new phase of the training program. We're now in the peaking phase, and in this phase I try and achieve my longest run, and I try and hit some bigger sessions with plenty of recovery, making sure that we bring all that we've done together while we still have enough time to recover. So I'm planning on hitting some serious sessions during this phase. We've done the prep work. Now it's time to get into the pain cave and really experience what it's going to be like to suffer at the end of a marathon. So I aim for my training to be more race specific, and I also aim to nail my fuel strategy and my hydration strategy during this phase. A couple of observations: I've definitely got the speed. Those 800s the other day proved that I've got the speed, and now 5:42 a mile, which is 3:32 a kilometer, which is marathon pace, no longer feels scary. I think I can operate at that level for quite some time, and I did that in a half marathon a few weeks ago. So everything seems to be rounding into shape. And certainly marathon pace no longer feels impossibly fast, which is obviously something that I was worried about at the start of this training block. I've got some longer runs in, and some were as high as marathon pace, which I know is controversial, but I like those longer runs. I've got less mileage than I wanted because I had a few issues, particularly with my toe, but I'm managing those injury issues, and I've still got stiffness in the toe, but I'm handling it and I'm still getting the training done. So that's all you can ask for, really. It's never going to be perfect. It would probably be boring if it was perfect, but you know, we do the best we can, particularly with an aging body. So let's have a quick look at the training I've done over the last 2 weeks. Okay, so we have 2 weeks to catch up on, and we're starting where we left off, which is Thursday a couple of weeks ago, where we had the Taylor Swift Marathon, and I did an entire video on that run alone. Feel free to check that out. That was quite a fun one. And that was a marathon in 3 hours exactly. So I needed a bit of time to recover from that. So Friday I took a rest, and then Saturday 45 minutes easy, and then pretty much steady running for a few days on that. And then I hit the 2 main sessions of this training block. The Tuesday I did 2 by 20 minutes fast, and the Friday I did 4 by 4 miles and another 2 miles at marathon pace. And those are the 2 sessions I'm going to focus on in a minute. Other than that, I made sure that I got plenty of recovery. The only other key session in this period was on Monday, when I did a long run, so 25 miles, 40k, with the last 6 miles, so the last 10k fast. I did the first 30k outside, and then came onto a treadmill and did the last 10k fast. A fast finish, long run, to replicate feeling more tired in the last 10k of a marathon. And those fast finish long runs are important, and the things that I really enjoy practicing things getting tough at the end of a marathon. Other than that, you can see that I had plenty of recovery time and plenty of downtime, and that's, I think, one of the keys of the peaking phase, is to make sure you hit some massive sessions, but also make sure you give yourself time to recover, because there's nothing worse than building up to a key session and not being recovered enough to execute it. And finishing these key sessions and executing them properly is big for confidence at this stage. So that's my sessions for the last 2 weeks. Now let's have a look at 2 in particular, which I wanted to focus on as part of this training block. Okay, so it's Tuesday, and it's been really hot and really windy lately, And so I wanted to come to a gym and see if I can get these faster sessions done on the treadmill. I don't like doing that, but sometimes you have to do it when you're traveling. So today's session is a bit of a pre-session before the main session of the week. And we're gonna do 2 by 20 minutes at 5:30 a mile, which is about 10 seconds faster than marathon pace, with a view to, on Friday, so in 3 days time, doing 4 or 5 by 4 miles at marathon pace. So that's the main session of the week, but this is sort of a precursor to get me ready. So let's see how it goes. Okay, done. That was a sweat fest. So this was a good one. Sometimes it's good to just hit it on a treadmill where everything's under control and you just got to hang on. So I did 2 by 20 minutes at 5:30 a mile, which is 3:25 a kilometre. So you put the treadmill at 17.6 in kilometres and leave it there for 20 minutes, then take 5 minutes rest and then do it again. So that was good. And that was deliberately faster than I need to go in the big session of the week, where I'm going to go longer in 3 days' time. So hopefully that prepped me nicely. Good session, that. Okay, 3 days later, same gym, same spot, and we are going to do the big one. This is the one that I've been building up to. So we're going to do marathon pace, 4-mile sets, and we're going to do 4 or 5 of them. So we're going to be doing 16 to 20 miles at marathon pace with a small interval between them. I'm doing it on the treadmill, which will hopefully make it more controlled, a little bit easier to determine what pace I need to do, and then let's just get it done. That's all there is to do. Let's just get it done. Okay, one done. 4 to go. Yeah, we're not messing around on this one. This is proper session. Felt okay, faster than maybe I wanted, but relaxed. Heart rate was in control. So we can ask for it. 4 to go. 2 done. So I said there were times in this training block that I was going to have to enter the pain cave, and this is one of them. This is a tough one. So I've got 3 to go. But we're on top of it. The heart rate's okay, it's in the low 150s, and we seem in control. It also helps with the monotony of marathon running, like 2 hours on the treadmill. That's a lot. Okay, 3 done. The treadmill kicked me off, so I'm stopped for this rest for a second. Gonna start it again. 2 to go. This is where the pain cave starts. Done. I did 4.5 sets, so that's 18 miles of work at marathon pace. That I just couldn't get those last 2 miles. That mentally, that was really tough. I was fine until the last set, and then my heart rate was at 160, and I was really pushing. So I thought, well, if I can get to halfway, then that's good. So I wanted to do 4 or 5 sets. I did 4.5. So I guess that's a success. That's 18 miles at marathon pace. I had 600 meters jog in between each one, which turned out to be about 5 minutes. Nice slow jog. But that is an effort. Time to get some protein. So here we are, 3.5 weeks from race day, and things have gone okay. I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited the way things are rounding into shape. We've still got a little bit of peak before we enter the taper. So next week I've got a reasonably big session planned towards the end of the week, and then next weekend I'm really going to hit the last big session. But a real key to this sort of peaking phase of the training is to make sure that you have enough recovery. And so recovery is going to be key. I'm going to make sure I do the big sessions. I'm going to make sure that I'm mentally and physically prepared for race day, but also as part of that I've got to make sure that I'm recovered going into those sessions so that they feel decent and they feel good. Am I going to hit sub 2:30? Well, my watch thinks I'm going to do 2:33. Probably not far off. I think I've got it in me. I think I can go sub 2:30, but it's going to take the perfect day. So we'll have to see how these next couple of sessions go, and then based on those, create a race strategy. But I'm happy with where things are. I'm happy that I'm tolerating the injuries. I'm happy that I'm getting some decent sessions in, and I've got to say I'm excited to see what happens in 3.5 weeks time. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to mash the like button, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.